Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation. Today I have with me Mr. Abbas Sethi and Mr. Daniel Sohail, and we're here to discuss how to make Sydney one of the most visitable cities.
Yeah, so I would like to interrupt Mr. Hitesh. Sydney is already the most visitable city because of the following reasons.
Tell me the following reasons.
Yeah, Opera House, which is known as the multi-venue arts performing center. It's hosts around 1,500 performances annually. Darling Harbour is a home to number of major public attractions, including Harbour Bridge Shopping Centre, Sydney Entertainment Centre, Star Casino, King Cross. Star Casino is one of the biggest casino of the Sydney. King Cross is famous for the clubbing.
Have you ever been there, Mr. Abbas?
Yeah, I have been in the Star Casino.
No, I'm talking about the King Cross Street.
Yeah, I didn't went over there, but
Are
I
you
went.
sure?
Yeah, I went to the Star Casino. I told you.
You are in Sydney and you haven't been to King Cross?
Yeah, I have been to the Star Casino, but I have not been to the King Cross.
And what did you do in the Star Casino? Did you win or lose?
I played 2 or 3 games over there. I just won $20 or $30. I am not confirmed about that. Yeah.
Just go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
What
After
you
that,
said.
Harbour Bridge is known as the coat hanger, based on its architect's design, and it is one of the biggest steel bridges in the world, which attracts a lot of people. After that, we hit the Blue Mountains. Blue Mountains is one of the main tourist attraction of the Sydney.
Have you been to Blue Mountain?
Yeah, I have been to
I
Blue
want to go
Mountains.
there soon.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
Blue Mountains. In the Blue Mountains, this thing is famous for the Three Sisters, the scenic world of Katoomba, and the Blue Mountains Music Festival of Folk, held in mid-March every year. And after that, it comes Sydney Tower. Sydney Tower is one of the Sydney tallest tower, and it is one of the second in the southern hemisphere, and I think so. It is the member of the World Federation also, World Federation Tower. And Hunter Valley is famous for the wine regions, and I forgot.
Have you tasted its wine?
Wine? No, I have not been tasted the wine. After that, I missed the main thing, beaches of the Sydney. Beautiful beaches. Sydney is blessed with some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, like Bondi Beach. Lots of people in summer come over there, enjoy it. It's
That's right.
known as that beach is known for this eating and drinking place. Yeah.
I agree to you, Mr. Abbas. I agree to you that Sydney has a lot of places,
Yeah.
nice places and everything. But do you know, according to Forbes magazine's research in 2014, Sydney does not fall in the top 20 most visitable cities in the world.
Yeah, I know. But
Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I
Mr.
do agree
Daniel?
with you.
Yeah.
But due to the
I was hearing Mr. Abbas for a long time. I have to speak now. Can I?
Go ahead, give us your opinion.
Yeah. The problem is that he said that Sydney is already one of the most visitable cities. But as you told him that it doesn't come under Forbes top 20 most visitable cities list, then there might be some problems or there might be some obstacles that Sydney is not making up to the top 20 list. What are that? We are
What
here
are
to
those?
discuss
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We are here to
Please
discuss
go
now.
ahead and tell us what you think about that.
He was telling Blue Mountains is one of the most beautiful locations in Sydney. I agree with that. But the problem is that Blue Mountains is not promoted to the extent that the government should promote it. Do you agree with me, Mr. Hitesh?
Maybe. I mean, I haven't been there myself personally.
There are so many things that are in Sydney but are not promoted by the government up to the extent they should be promoted. Just like ferry system.
Yeah.
There are too many beaches.
So you mean to say that we should have more ferry tours or
Yeah,
ferry
we should.
transport?
We should have more ferry tours, ferry
Okay.
transport. Even the ferry fares are too much expensive. So this is one of the reasons that people don't visit ferries more frequently, or the tourists are discouraged by this, that the fares are too much of the ferries. So the government should at least subsidize the ferries, or take some measures to decrease the price.
So you mean to say Sydney is expensive on the transport part?
Sydney is expensive on the transport part.
Destination.
Yeah, which
And if a
discourages many
tourist-
tourists.
Discourages tourists.
If a tourist is
Yeah.
coming, and if a tourist is coming, he will think that first of all I will spend 1.5 hours to go over there. Why should I prefer? I should prefer a taxi because I will be there in 15 minutes.
But then they're paying more for the taxi, which again discourages them.
Which I do agree. But see, as we are international students and we are having the Opal card, adult Opal card, and the below 18 or below 16 youth Opal card. Government should promote like for only the tourists that they can produce one tourist Opal card. For that they
That's
in
a
that-
great idea.
That's
by the way.
like a tourist is spending 25 bucks in that, and he can move around the Sydney wherever he wants.
That's a very good idea. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
very good
I
point.
like it.
Due to this point, we can increase our
People come in more to
Yeah.
spend less on transportation.
transportation will be gone, will be decreases.
Yeah.
Yeah, and accommodation, government can build resorts, government apartments, like smaller apartments. For
Resorts. We don't have any resorts in the
There is
Yeah.
a point I was coming.
People specifically go to
There are many
Maldives
things.
and other places just
Yeah.
to spend time in resorts in front of beautiful beaches. We have the
You do-
beaches here.
We have too many beaches here. Even you might have seen many international ships on Darling Harbour Bridge,
Yeah.
which is a nice thing. But the people in the boats, the people in the ships, might want to stay in the resorts for 1 or 2 days, but they can't because there are not any resorts on the beaches. Bondi is one of the biggest beaches in the world and one of the most beautiful, but it doesn't have a resort. So many
Yeah, that's
people are
true.
discouraged by visiting there.
There are shops.
There are shops, they
but
can enjoy for a
yeah,
while,
but
but they cannot enjoy
after
the
that
whole
they
thing.
have to come.
Yeah,
And
that's the point.
And you know that how much busy the Sydney is. If we have to go from here to next street also, it took more than 5 minutes. It's not easy.
So there are many destinations.
I do
that-
agree with Daniel that
But
government.
apart from Bondi Beach, we have many other beaches.
Yeah,
here.
Manly, Maroubra, there are many other scenic
And private beaches also, which not just people in Australia themselves are not aware of. Forget about the world outside.
Yeah.
Don't you think we need to market more?
We need to market the beaches as well as there are many other things the government need to work on, like Blue Mountains. Blue Mountains is one of the most beautiful destinations for tourism. The government is not promoting it properly.
Mhm.
Why is that so? Because you have seen there is not the transportation system to the Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
There is not very good.
Mhm.
The government need to improve the infrastructure facilities around the Blue Mountain to attract tourists. Because the tourists would not like to go to a place where they would feel like they are stuck or that the place is remote,
Mhm.
remote place.
Yeah.
So the government need to promote it well enough to
Mhm.
attract more tourists. Do you agree with?
Yeah, I do agree with you. See, people, tourists come over there. Sometimes tourists feel unsafe also. Before that, if a tourist has to go Blue Mountains at night, he will not prefer to go with the train,
Yeah.
or he will not prefer
Even
to go with
many
the bus.
countries
Yeah.
like
Why?
Italy
Because
makes use of its water very efficiently. Venice is totally on water. So Sydney is surrounded by the sea mostly. So the government should make more use of it. Like how more dinner cruise ships should be available,
That's a good point.
which will make the dinner more beautiful.
Yeah.
So tourists would be attracted by this. There are many little things that should be worked on to attract more tourists. Even there are some things that need to be added to Sydney.
Like?
Built in Sydney, like theme parks.
That's a good point. I mean,
Theme
people
parks-
all go all the way to Orlando just for
Orlando.
theme parks.
Just for theme park, like Disneyland.
Why not attract some of the crowd here?
yeah, we
to
don't
Sydney?
have any theme parks in Sydney. So
This
government
is the
should
reason
build.
that many tourists are not coming to Sydney just for these little things. Even the point you speak to later, like the expensive accommodation, expensive food, expensive transportation, the government should work on these things.
To make it cheaper. Because if the
To
tourists
make
will
it cheaper,
come,
to
the
make it
more
like-
the more revenue we will get. The
Yeah,
more
tourism
economy, the
industry is one of the best industries.
yeah,
going.
tourism industry is one
Thank
of
you
the
very much, Mr. Abbas, and thank you very much, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah.
Coming to a conclusion, we've discussed in this presentation what Sydney has as a potential to bring in more clients, and what we can do, what the government can do to make Sydney one of the most visitable cities. Hope you enjoyed the presentation, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.